Hey gang, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of Raw Life. Today we're going to be talking about kayaks, how to set it up for fishing, even if you're a beginner like myself. I think this is going to help you out. That's what's coming up next. Now, as you can see, I got a Pelican Argo 100X. It's an extremely nice, cheap version of any type of kayak you'd want to buy on the market from a company that has a great reputation. Now, what I did to set this up was, this is part one. So, I took the lid off the top that was here, a part of it, and actually put in a sock where you can screw it on and off to put your personal belongings to make sure that they don't go anywhere. Now, I also have a kit to go ahead and put on more stretchies to put on the front, to put on top of the lid, so that there won't be a problem there with anything losing that I need to have accessible all the time. I put in a straight rod holder here in the center. That's going to be a part of part two, and drilled a hole in here and put these brackets in. Again, that'll be part of part two. Put in a nice slide for my GoPro or anything else I might need. Put in a cleat to hook up my anchor to in case I want to stay somewhere for a while. The thing I like about the Argo 100 is that it has an adjustable backrest on it. You can't beat it, especially for someone like myself that has to adjust to get that back support down in the lower back. I also went ahead and put in two rod holders. These are slanted. As you can see, they V out, so you can either fish with one and use one for trolling, or troll both while you're paddling. And of course, there's the space in the back. You can put anything back here you want. Now, I've noticed there's a lot of people on YouTube that actually build rod holders, and that's fine. But in all honesty, why go through the hassle of having more than two rods? You don't want anything to make anything, more problematic than you need it to be. I also put in a phone holder to make sure that I could take pictures of the fish that I catch. But here's something I haven't seen yet. My friend Keith, on his channel, Fishing and Stuff, had talked about these plastic bags that you can put in your boat. But what I did was actually drilled a couple of holes, set up my rigs, have my favorite lures and everything else, so they're accessible to where I can just grab them instead of having to grab my entire box that might be set up back here in the back. I want instant accessibility. I have a leash for the paddle, and I put on a noodle, so just in case it did fall in the water, high visibility, and I can definitely see it no matter where it might be in the water. But it's dual access, because I actually screwed in some Velcros here to hold the oar when I'm stationary. And I'll show you what this is here in a second. So that whenever I'm stationary, I can use these Velcro ties that I used stainless steel screws in to just hold it in place. And then I bought this coily leash from my local Academy store that goes on it so that it wouldn't be lost. However, it's dual purpose. All of this is actually dual purpose. If you unleash it and let's say we put the oars back in here, or you can set it up right here, right over top, and it won't go anywhere. But I also have a stationary anchor that I can set up. And once that's done, I can place the leash on it to hold me in place so that I don't have to worry about whether I'm going to go anywhere or not. I made this probably 10 feet tall, and I use it on my jet skis too. So let's say we're rolling along, we're using the oar, but we have no need for this obviously while we're doing it. And then we can also use this to hold our anchor in place. Anyway, you get the idea. Now I made this, actually it's 10 feet tall because that's what the Argo Pelican is 10 feet in length. Now what I did with it, I just took and put a closet dowel that I had laying around and put it inside of a 1-inch PVC. And I'll go over this on another build if you like. Just leave it in the comments. And filed a point to it because I'm only going in sand or mud or whatever here. And of course put a T-handle on the top. So I can sit anywhere I want to in 10 feet of water and not have to worry about it. So basically, that is the daytime setup for a fishing kayak. This is part 1. Come back for part 2. With this all set up, I'm going to go ahead and show you what we're going to do with it at nighttime. Here in the Carolina coast, you can run kayaks at night as long as you have a navigation light. But we're going to go one step further. One for gig and flounder. All right. So I hope this is informative for you. And we'll see you the next go round on Raw Life.